So we're dealing with high interest rates, tariffs or threats of tariffs, economic uncertainty, all sorts of headwinds. And yet, did you know that we're just 1% off the all-time highs for median home prices here in the Portland metro real estate market? So I'm going to share that and more with you. So if you're trying to time the market or decide when to buy, when to sell, stick around. I'm going to share a bunch of data and information that's going to help you make that decision. So let's get into it. All right, let's get started here. So as I was noting in the intro here, um, we are just 1% off the all-time highs on the median sale price. As you can see here, May 2025, we're at 569,500. Um, I included this down here, this last graph on the bottom, to show you the May 2022. This is 575. This is when we hit the peak of pricing. Um, so we're just 1% off, which is pretty amazing considering all the situations we're dealing with in terms of the tariffs and the economic uncertainty and the high interest rates. So we're at 569, 500. We bumped up nearly $20,000 from April, which I was kind of surprised. If you see, last year at this time we were at 558, 500. I kind of thought we'd end up right around that price. So we hit a busy time, it looks like, in May, and the market time came down from 62 days to 55 days. We dropped a week there too. Overall, for the year, you can see here at the bottom, year to date, new listings is up 6% from last year. Pending sales just down 0.1%, and then closed sales are up 2.1%. So it's good that we have a little bit more movement in the market, at least for us realtors, and new listings. You'll see this is up, but closed sales isn't quite matching this rate. So you'll see down below, I'll share an inventory level, and you'll see that reflected there. Um, also, I want to just show this average and median sale price. You'll see, this might be the peak of the year price wise. Although I wouldn't be surprised if next month we see one last uh, jump up, maybe another $5,000 or $10,000 or so. We'll see, but usually at this point we're going to start seeing prices kind of peter out for the rest of the year. So just kind of a slow trajectory down, maybe a little bit bump up in September. And you can see this reflected here, where commonly prices go up and then they kind of come down and they go up. Here you'll see normally it just kind of stair steps up. The last couple of years it's been going more sideways. So here's what I was talking about, this inventory level, 3.3. That's how fast the houses will sell at the rate of absorption right now if no more houses were listed moving forward. So all the houses would be gone in 3.3 months. And you can see it's kind of picking up, and that makes sense based on what I was showing you before, where new listings are up about 6% for the year, closings are up only about 2.3%. So it is kind of ticking up here. This I would say is really in the kind of balanced market territory, where it's not a big seller's market, it's not a big buyer's market. Of course, there's markets within the market, Pearl District condos or multifamily on the west side, or there's Washington. So there's all sorts of different micro markets here, but this kind of gives us a little peek of the overall market is pretty balanced right now. And then I just wanted to end here. Always think it's a good thing to take a look at where interest rates are right now. This is Freddie Mac interest rates for nationally. We're at 6.85% for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage, just about 6% for a 15-year mortgage. Um, the 52-week average is 6.69, so we're just slightly above the average. So not much to time, I would say, like in terms of we're up a bit. I wouldn't say like, oh, let's hold off on making a purchase because we're up, 0.15%. But if you are the type of person, either seller or buyer, that wants to be patient and see where things play out, you never know. Prices, I mean, interest rates could go up, But here, back in October last year, we had a nice little dip. That would have been this couple week period would have been a great time to buy if you were on top of things and ready. So that's the things you really have to be ready to go when this happens. Otherwise, you're probably going to miss out if you're trying to time it and you're not ready. So let me know if I can help on that end.